The original. The original. It is written. The original Chief Rocker. According to DJ Bundy himself, I am David Wilson, a.k.a. Business Savage. And welcome to the pre-show. I don't think you heard me. Let's do that again. All right. As I said, welcome the original Chief Rocker, David Wilson, Business Savage. Welcome to No Nonsense Market Domination pre-show here on probably everywhere. I think it's on Facebook, definitely all over Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. The world is a Twitter, right? Okay. Welcome. All right. So thanks for jumping on. We are about 18 minutes to show, 18 minutes to live here on February 10th, 2021. For those of you who don't know, we are live, but you knew that. What you might not also know, if you look, all hanging off of my little banner there in the upper left corner is a cupcake with drizzled in chocolate sauce, topped with a cherry, because it's a celebration. Today is my birthday. So for those of you who don't know, today is my birthday. Thank you very much. The show today will be all about my birthday and be all about me and not about anything business related, networking related, or anything like that. No. So we can't just change it up on the fly. Okay, that's cool. All right, so no problem. So we won't be doing that, but when we go live, you never know, right? Again, welcome. For those of you who don't know, I am David Wilson, aka Business Savage. Welcome to season 4 of No Nonsense Market Domination. It is where we give you a big picture view of business topics, networking topics, connection topics, sales, marketing. We give you tidbits, things to take away that will help you do better in your business today. So after every show, if you're new here, after every show, we will give you a nugget that you can use today to take away and make your business better. Boom. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see scrolling along the bottom. If you'd like to keep in contact with me, keep in touch with me, find out more about me, you can go to allthingsdavidwilson.com. That's all things David Wilson, as in David Wilson, the Business Savage.com, but not the Business Savage part, just the David Wilson part. You go there and you can learn about all my all my different companies, all my different affiliations, all my socials, and we can keep in contact that way. This portion of the show, so we are about 15 minutes to live. So we're going to be live here at 3 p.m. Eastern, and we're also going to be live on the radio at IBGR.Network. IBGR.Network. It's a great place to listen to the radio. You can put it on while you're working and just kind of listen like you listen to any radio station, right? You put it on while you're working, and you'll hear stuff. Stuff will resonate with you, and you'll learn that way. It's a great way to learn. During this portion of the show is the pre-show. So today's show is going to be, again, season 4, Network Like a Savage. The title, what is the title? Fill the gap and use the snap. So I'm not going to tell you what the snap is just yet. So don't want to steal his thunder from the first segment. If you've been listening, if you listen from beginning of season 4 and tail end of season 3, you'll know what the snap is. But we'll tell you what the snap is later on. And we will learn how to fill the gap. What is the gap? How do you fill it? How do you recognize it? What to do when you find it? How to fill it for yourself, how to fill it for other people. And that gap that will make perfect sense to you once we get into the show. We're going to break for a bit, do a couple of sound checks, visual checks, make sure everything is queued up, and then we'll come back. I'll talk to you, and then we'll go live at 3. Sound good? Good. Sounds good. All right. So just bear with me. We're going through some checks. If you want to put in the chat, definitely while we're doing the sound checks and what have you, who doesn't love cake, right? So you can put cake in the chat. You can put balloons in the chat. Stuff you want to put, stuff you want to gift me for my birthday, cars, what have you. Okay. Ferrari, California. We'll just put it out there. And we're going to do our sound checks, okay? All right, Steve, here we go. Yep. All right. Yes. Check. Okay, radio sound check. Check. Hello. Sound check was good. Yeah, good. Okay. About 13 minutes to live. Get our music up. Okay. Very nice. Okay. I think we're all set. Okay. Visual is good. Haven't heard from downtown yet. So once I hear from downtown, give us the go ahead, the official go ahead. So everything we're doing now is in studio. Once we get the official go ahead from downtown that we sound good, we will go forward. All right. Got about 12 minutes to live. So while we're sitting here and chatting, right? Why don't you go join our community at IBGR? So go to IBGR.community, and there you can join the Business Savage community group. You can network with me. You can ask me questions. You can also find other on-air talent, other IBGR on-air talent there, and you can network with them as well. Make sure I have all my notes ready to go. Also, you can listen to all of our shows, myself included, through the app. So if you download the IBGR app, just search for IBGR on your favorite phone, one of two, right? So it's going to be the Android or Apple phone. So download it, and there's a I'll say something funny during the show. I'm not going to say it now, but it's really funny. Just check the lighting there. All right, that's good. Yes. Okay, beautiful. We also mentor on IBGR. So if you're looking for a mentor for your business, you can jump on. We can help you with that as well. IBGR is we're a group of entrepreneurs, a group of business owners who have various experiences in various fields. So fields from marketing to sales to networking to connecting to finance to accounting to operations to tech, IT. It doesn't matter if you want to do it, if you have it in your business, if you need it in your business, if you have questions about it in your business, if you're thinking about starting a business in that field, it's the place to be, because we are here to help you. All right. Got about 9 minutes to live.
That there is a need for a solution. The next step.
So one of the things I do
in the shoes of the person
during this portion of the show, so I'm listening for my cues. I'm listening for cues, so I know when I need to go on. Like I always say, if you're new here, if this is your first time here, welcome, definitely. Okay, let's try that again. If you're new here, welcome, right? Okay. It's live television, folks. All kinds of things happen, so you'll never know what you get, but you'll get to see what goes on behind the scenes, and it's definitely a blast. Most of the time, sometimes it's just downright chaotic, but that's fine. We will when we go live. Oh, and if you're here for the second or more time, welcome back. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate that. And it's going to be a good show today. We're going to be answering. We got some questions that we're going to mix into the show today. We'll get those out there for you. Make sure you can walk away with the proper nuggets. Just looking at my time here, about 7.5 minutes to live. 7.5 to live. Also, if you're interested in listening to past shows, you'll certainly want to subscribe to the No Nonsense Market Domination podcast. Just go to where you listen to your favorite podcast, subscribe there. Just search No Nonsense Market Domination, search David Wilson, search Business Savage, and we will subscribe. Then you can go back and listen to all of season 4 and kind of binge listen. Is that thing? Binge listen? So binge listen to all of the podcasts until you get all caught up, and then you can listen to me moving forward wherever you are. You can also go back to season 3. Season 3 was a very good season. It really was. It was a very good season. Didn't really have the type of theme in season 3 like we have in season 4. So season 4, we're really taking the focus on network like a savage. So it's all about networking tips. It's all about with a tint toward helping introverts, those who are just really not comfortable in a networking environment, not comfortable connecting with people, not comfortable reaching out and making any type of offer to people. Sometimes it's kind of just like stare at what you want and hope the person just kind of comes back and says something to you. I mean, that's not a good strategy for networking in person, right? So we help you with stuff like that here. See, we're about 5 minutes to live. When we get to about 2 minutes, we're going to leave here. We're going to go to Avatar. That's fancy language for, and it's actually TV. It's television language for an avatar is going to pop up on the screen. And then you'll hear what's going on behind the scenes. You're going to hear me final checks to go onto the radio, IBGR.Network, and you'll hear me say something very earth-shattering or not, and then you'll hear the Savvy theme music, and then we're going to come back on, and then we'll all be synced up and we'll all be live. And that's how it works. Then when the radio show is over, we're going to be here for a little bit, hanging out. If there's any questions or comments in the field, in the comment section, then we will go ahead and address those. Like we put out something interesting a couple of weeks ago. It was like, what is the one thing you would like to hear more on the show? What is the one thing you'd like to hear more from the show? So we got an interesting response, and somebody actually said, any other show but yours. And I thought that was kind of messed up. So we're talking about that now. We're not going to put that live on the air because we don't what? Oh, this is right. This is live, but it. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. All right, all right. So I already said it. Forget it. So we'll edit that out later. No one really said that, so don't worry about it. Anyway, 3 minutes to live. Yep, 3 minutes to live. We're gonna fade out of here soon. Go into our sound check. Last sound check for radio, and we will launch. And hopefully we won't break the internet with anything. So, we will see you in just a moment. Hang out, and you'll be able to hear all the magic. All right. See you in a little bit. See you in a little bit. See you in a little bit. No, really. See you in a little bit. Okay.
Next week, we are going to talk to a couple of senior people who I love working with about how they create content. The next show of the day is Steve Sweeney. Now, Steve is...
He always gets that wrong. I don't understand why.
He is the referral guy.
I need to fix that.
Today's show is about make referral partner meetings.
I am not Steve Sweeney.
Stick with the network. Stay on IBGR and listen to Steve Sweeney's show coming up next after me. Thank you very much for listening.
All right, 1.5 to live. 1.5 to live. Yep. Check.
Listening to IBGR, our call sign, Internet Business Growth Radio Network. Broadcast frequency is our URL, and that's IBGR.Network. We provide live and recorded shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on one and entrepreneur small business consultant needs to build operation from zero to big. How big? Up to you. IBGR focuses on the 180 million English small business owners.
Here from downtown. Downtown says, well, live is good, video is good, audio is good.
All of these 6-hour cycles are delivered in 6 major themes: strategy, operations, sales, people, ownership, and consulting. The first 4 tracks, strategy,
Last
operations,
check.
sales, and people, are the day-to-day practical issues.
We are good.
Space. The 5th track, ownership, takes the conversation to the next level. How can an owner working in the business make the transition to an executive of a multi-million-dollar firm by working on it? Our last track, consulting, is for our brothers and sisters with the same mission as IBGR. Helping small business.
Let me clear my throat.
Everything on the planet is employed by a small business owner. Let's team up and help business owners increase generational wealth for themselves and their family while creating good jobs in their local community. Our team has over 7 decades of helping and building businesses. We have turned those years of existing radio shows and downloadable tools that any entrepreneur, whether you're an independent contractor, consultant, or business owner, can apply immediately. All you have to do is download, listen, apply, and download the show notes that address current issues in your business. Listen to the show live or as a podcast.
Right.
Apply the information and tools. Engage us with your experience.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Yes. 30 minutes to live. 30 minutes? No. 30 seconds. Let's go.
The opportunity to grow with us is only limited by your imagination and your systems. Let's grow together. We'll back to work. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shine right in the middle of the week for a reason, because we vibrate with our light and we control every season. Indeed, we all change the world. And you know what your part is? Well, take my hand. Let's take that one first step. Because that one, that's the hardest. So let me hear you. You ready? Then say my name, Savvy. Let's go. Well, how about that? Welcome. No Nonsense Market Domination. I'm David Wilson, the Business Savage. Welcome to IBGR.Network, Profit Radio. Come grow with us. You are here listening live. We are broadcasting live from an undisclosed location here in the United States of America. So welcome. Welcome. We've got some important things to cover before we start the show. First, I want to thank my in-house engineer, Steve Nami Eufemi. Steve, thank you. I'm going to give you applause this week because Steve works hard behind the scenes, even though he doesn't want to be seen. And he traveled to an undisclosed location this week just to be a no nonsense market dominator. How about that? A no nonsense market dominator. Thank you, Steve. To our brand spanking new listeners who are with us for the first time, welcome. If you are a returning listener and you just love being here with Business Savage, welcome back, and we thank you. We would not be anything without you. We would just be a show with no returning listeners, and that would not really be that great a show. All right, now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes. So before we start this show, and this is not me at all, I'm not normally like this, but today, ladies and gentlemen, is Savvy's birthday. So I am pleased to wish myself a happy birthday. But I know that you are wishing me a happy birthday behind the scenes, even though I can't hear you. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. You can send all cards and presents to the IBGR radio station, and they will forward them to me. All right. Steve, what is the name of this show? What do you mean, why don't I know? I just asked you, what's the name of the show? Oh, it's on the card. Thank you. Fill in the gap and use the snap. Fill in the gap and use the snap. So what in the world does that mean? We're going to find out in just a minute. As you know, the theme of this season is Network Like a Savage. So it's all about networking. It's all about connecting. It's all about the things we need to do, the people we need to meet, how to meet them, so that we can grow our businesses, make the most of our networks, and put money in our pockets, and put fins on our Porsches. So that's really what this is about. Let me give you a couple of IBGR tidbits. So if you don't already have the app, you should really get it. So yes, we have an app. Go to your favorite app store on your favorite phone. So it's either Android or Apple phone, and just search for IBGR, download the app, and get this. Downtown loves when I say this. You can listen to Savvy right in the palm of your hand. You can have Savvy right in the palm of your hand. And that's just, let that sink in just for a little bit, right? Okay. Also, join us in the community, IBGR.community. And you can network with on-air talent. So you can talk to people like me, Business Savage, right? You can talk to other people who are experts in other areas, marketing, sales, networking, IT, tech, accounting, operations, whatever stage of business you're in, pre-startup, so pre-revenue, startup, growth, explosive growth, hockey stick growth. You're ready to sell it and retire to Cabo, doesn't make a difference. We can help you here. So awesome. All right. So for those of you who don't know, what is the gap? What's the title again? Fill the gap and use the snap. Okay. So what is the gap? I'm gonna start by answering a question that came in from it comes in from multiple listeners, and we're phrasing it like this: when is the right time to start a business? Some people would say there's never a wrong time to start a business. It's always a right time to start a business. I want to clear that up though. I think that it's always the right time to start the right business at the right time, right? And the right business is a business that fills a gap. It's a business that fills a gap. Let me give you the acronym first. The acronym for the SNAP. So SNAP. So SNAP, Savage Networking Action Plan. Savage Networking Action Plan. So this is what we are putting together so that we can grow our businesses. So that's what we're doing here in season 4. So fill the gap and use the SNAP. Make sense? So we talked about identifying the gap. What is the gap? There's gaps all over, right? There's gaps all over the place. There's always gaps in society, in our world. We just have to be able to recognize them, and we have to be able to find them. And that's what entrepreneurship is. So entrepreneurship is identifying those gaps. So we did a little research here in the studio, and we came up with the definition of entrepreneurship. And there's tons of definitions right out there on the internet of stuff, but we like this one the best, and it is entrepreneurship: the creation or extraction of value. The creation or extraction of value. So what does that mean exactly? That's the job of the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur's job is to recognize these gaps. And what are gaps? So gaps, we could define those as opportunities. We could define those as differentiators. But a trigger, an opportunity to create or extract value. That's what the gap is. And if you're listening today and you're thinking about starting a business, you think you have something, you're not quite sure, maybe, remember this, and this is a big takeaway from this first segment. Okay, businesses, you can write this down. Businesses are born in the gap. Businesses are born in the gap. Okay, so when we as entrepreneurs identify that gap and a way to extract or create some sort of value. Now that seems oh well, everybody knows that. Of course, that's why you start a business, but everybody doesn't start a business for that reason. And it's that missing forethought that introduces failure quickly, because we haven't we've not done that work up front. We're just starting a business because we like it. We start a business because we're good at something. We're starting it. But if we are not filling a gap, then we are going to be in trouble. All right, awesome. So when we come back from the break, we're gonna get our savvy shift. So we're gonna shift, and we're going to talk about identifying the gap. So we will definitely see you on the other side. So identify the gap. All right, savvy. All right, good set there. All right, so that was good. Thank you for all the comments there. Good. Sound is good. Video is good. Excellent. All right. All right, let's see what we got here. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Oh, wow. Steve got a shout out. Hey, Steve. You got a fan, Steve. Yep. All right. See? Good job. See, hard work pays off, Steve. Okay. So we're going to go into segment 2. We're about a minute out, I think. Yep, about a minute out before we go live. Thank you for all of the happy birthdays and all of the comments. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Anoit. Excellent.
Why your business is different.
All right.
Why does it exist?
All right.
Why do your customers
Sonia,
care?
thank you.
If you're not
Thank
sure,
you.
we can help.
All right. Got to get some cars up in there. But I'm just kidding. Thank you for the cake.
We'll build a
And I appreciate it.
that communicates your brand message to the people who need to know it.
All right.
Your customers.
We got about 45 to live. 45 to live.
We're a full service creative, design, and media agency. We trade in innovative
Balloons
ideas,
in the back.
creative content, and
Cupcake with a cherry on it, and a sundae with a cherry. I guess that's a sundae, huh? Hanging off of my sign there. That's pretty cool.
All
right. See, I'm getting good with my
innovate, create,
with my graphics there. Oh, that's right. That's my key. That's my cue. Hold on. All right. Oh gosh, 10 seconds alive, huh? All right. David Wilson, aka Business Savage. Welcome back to No Nonsense Market Domination Radio Show here on IBGR.Network Profit Radio. Come grow with us, no matter what stage of business you are in, whether it's pre-revenue startup, whether it's growth, hockey stick growth, massive Stanley Cup hockey team growth, sale of the company to go retire. You are in the right place. You are going to get the advice you need to massively succeed. The advice you need to massively succeed. Hey, Bill and Donna, that's trademarked. So I already did it. You can use it, but I mean, it's trademarked. Okay, enough of this. All right, we talked about the app. Make sure you get the app. Make sure you join us in the community on IBGR. Now, get this. Some of you are watching on television, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Periscope. So I have my branded channels, All Things David Wilson, DW the Business Savage, David Wilson Proper. David Wilson Proper, that's like regular David Wilson. Right? Fund you up. And we're also on All Things David Wilson on YouTube. But IBGR has branded stations as well on the television. And they are on Facebook, IBGR on Facebook, and IBGR on YouTube. So make sure you go out and you like, share, comment, subscribe to all of those, because that helps us keep our SEO up, helps us to get our ideas out, and pretty soon we want to retire too. So, all right. Oh, and one more thing, in a Columbo-ish manner, IBGR Radio is broadcast. This is not just a radio station. We are broadcast all over the daggone world. Okay, we are currently in over 80% of the countries in the world. So that's it's been a fantastic ride, and I'm happy to be part of this marvelous team. So thank you. On behalf of Steve, we thank you also. Okay. So I promised you. Okay, cut. Okay, I promised you a savvy shift. So every show we have what's called a savvy shift. So we talk a lot about mindset shifting, and we have to make sure we have the right mindset to do the things we need to do in our business. Identifying your gap. It's not what you think. Let's start this segment with a question that came in from the Peanut Gallery. So what's the difference? The question is, what's the difference between features and benefits? What's the difference between features and benefits? This will lead us to the savvy shift we need. So there's a huge difference between features and benefits. And let's make it really, 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 really simple. Features are what we do. Benefits are how we help. Features are what we do. Benefits are how we help. And in terms of, we'll give you an example in just a second here. So in terms of identifying the gap, so the gap is the need that needs filling. Okay, the gap is the need that needs filling. So your benefit, once we're going to identify what the benefit of your company, I'm going to give you an example. The benefit of your company is not the gap. The benefit of your company, the benefit your company provides fills the gap. Okay, the benefit your company provides fills the gap. Again, some of you may be saying, "Oh, Savvy, wow, you're a brain surgeon for coming up with this one." Because But here's the thing. So many people, I've seen it. I've been in this game for almost a quarter century. Yeah. No kidding. A quarter century in a day today, right? So, and I've seen it. I've seen it in coaching. I've seen it in training. I've seen it in clients. I've seen it in businesses that start up and they don't put the work in to identify this stuff. And what ends up happening is they put their foot on the gas and they're on a muddy road going uphill. And it's just like, and they're not going anywhere. So if you put this work in and you understand these concepts from the beginning, then you'll be so much better off. And this has everything to do. This piece that we're talking about has everything to do with networking. Because if the foundation is not built right, if the foundation is not poured right, the house will not stand. The house will not stand. Yeah, that should be a meme, Steve. Hey, Steve, put that up. Can you send that to the meme department? That was a good one. That was a good one. All right. So the feature is what you do. The benefit is how you help. So here's your example. We're going to use Fund You Up, my company. Fund You Up. We help. This is what we do. We provide funding to businesses. Yeah, that's about it, right? We provide funding for businesses. That's what we do. We provide funding when bank financing doesn't work. What does that mean? Well, that means exactly what I said. So it could be, so for Fund You Up, we provide funding when banks can't help. Your business might be a website provider. We build websites. And we sometimes think of our features as just being so awesome. It's like, so Savvy, what do you do? We provide funding for businesses, and I talked about this in a previous show. Sometimes we have to pull ourselves away from ourselves. Right? You got that? Sometimes we have to pull ourselves away from ourselves. And if the next logical statement is, so, or who cares? Then you got some work to do. So we're not filling a gap if the next statement is so or who cares. So to identify that gap, what gap are we really filling? So we help. See, a lot of times when if we throw in the help, that's going to help us. That's going to help us, right? That's going to help us get to our benefit statement. So what do? We help businesses get funding, both secured and unsecured, when, so what's the gap? What's the benefit? When traditional bank financing is not available. Oh, okay. So I'm helping businesses that can't get funding when traditional bank financing is not available. We help businesses get funding in 48 hours or fewer when they really need it. That's another benefit statement. So think in terms of what you can do to help someone else. What is it that you can do that you hear the term differentiator, that differentiates you from what other people in the market are doing, or is filling in a gap that is missing. So we help businesses get funding when they are in the middle of a bankruptcy. Now we don't do that. But if we did, that would be a tremendous gap to fill. And that would be a tremendous benefit. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about the benefit. Think about the gap you're filling, and think about the benefit, the actual benefit you're providing to fill that gap. In the next segment, we're going to talk about what are we going to talk about, Steve? We're going to talk about now fill your gap. So now that we've identified the gap, now we're just going to fill it. We're going to fill it, and I'm going to tell you how to fill it. I'm going to tell you what to do to fill it. Ultimately, the path we're walking down now involves our two best friends. We've been speaking about them all season. The two things we want to keep in the front of our minds: give, and I'm just trying to help. Give, and I'm just trying to help. That will always keep us on track when it comes to filling in the gap. So when we come back from break, now we're going to fill in the gap. We're going to answer another question, and we're gonna dive right in. Make sure you check me out. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, All Things David Wilson. That'd be great if you could do that while we're on a break, and then you come back for segment 3. 7. All right, good set. Let's see. Yes, good comments. What is that? I don't even know what that means. All right, so we got some cars out there. That's the best we can do. I guess that'll work. Let's see. Storytelling makes the picture clear. Yes, storytelling absolutely makes the picture clear. Thank you for that. Let's see what else. Good for nonprofits. Yep. I think it's good for any business. So nonprofits as well. Absolutely. We want to make sure we identify the benefit.
Plus, provide the highest quality of programming we need to hear from you.
1 minute to live. Okay. For my eminent stand-up comedy career. Thank you, Sonia.
It is simple to do. Go to our Join Us page, sign up, and become part of the most important global entrepreneurs. Never forget.
Oh, okay. I just got that. Elbow cough. Got it. Okay. It's like, got it. Okay. Yeah, I really didn't know what that was. I thought elbow cough was like a handle. So I was gonna go to like Twitter and follow elbow cough on Twitter or something. Hey, it's savvy, not tech savvy, right? Okay, so okay, 1 minute. Now it's 1 minute to live. So we'll be back. Good. Let me check my messages. F is in Frank, U, N is in Nancy, D is in David, P is in Paul.com. Go to the upper right corner and click on the box that says Get Pre-Qualified Now and see how much we can get for you to make your business the best it can be. Because remember, we want to fund you up. So a lot of times I need to communicate with downtown because they're sending me messages, letting me know everything is okay. All right, 15 seconds live. Here we go. Oh, sorry. Welcome back. No Nonsense Market Domination here with David Wilson, the business cat. The what? Okay, cut. Welcome back to No Nonsense Market Domination here with David Wilson, the business savage. All right, that's much better. Thank you very much. Okay. Season 4, Network Like a Savage. We are getting ready to fill the gap. So fill the gap and use the snap is the title of our show today. We are in segment 3. If you have missed segments 1 and 2, that's an easy thing to fix. You can go and subscribe to the No Nonsense Market Domination podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. You can go to search for No Nonsense Market Domination. You can search for David Wilson. You can search for Business Savage, the Business Savage, right? And subscribe and download all the podcasts, including the part of this show that you have missed, because this is live. This is live on the radio, IBGR.Network, Profit Radio. Come grow with us. And live on the internet, television, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So thank you very much for joining us. First time listeners, first time watchers, second time and up listeners and watchers. Thank you very much. All right, Steve. Now fill your gap. So last segment, we were talking about identifying the gap, identifying where we are adding value, where we are extracting or creating value. That's going to be the gap. And now that you've identified it, how do you fill it? So now that you've identified it, how do you fill it? So we'll include this question, and this has come in various forms in the last week or two. What is the best way to communicate to my target market? What is the best way to communicate to my target market? Very carefully. Yeah. No, we don't want to do that. I mean, we do, but that's not the answer. I have found the best way to communicate to your target market. There's a couple of tips, a couple of things that we need to make sure we are doing. The first thing we want to make sure we're doing is we are speaking in their language. So speaking in their language, meaning the language of what they're going through, the language of how they got to that point, the language of what they may be feeling. All of those are very important. Oh man, when you're talking all day, it really wears on your throat. So sorry about that. The next thing you want to do is speak to, this is kind of 2 instead of 2 and 3, this is kind of 2 together. So 2A and 2B, speak to their pain or speak to their pleasure. One of our listeners, anoint with storytelling to make the picture clear. So when you understand, so being able to tell their story lends itself to understanding their story. You can't tell their story if you don't understand their story. And the there is your target market. The there is the owners of the gap you are filling. Right? So you have to make sure you understand their pain points, their pleasure points, and their language. Understand their story so you can properly fill their gap. Make sense? Okay, so let's get another example. So going back to Fund You Up. So remember, we help businesses get funding, both secured and unsecured, when traditional bank financing is not available. That usually means there's a challenge in one of three areas: a challenge with credit, challenge with collateral, or challenge with time, either time in business or time in which the funds are needed. Okay, so simple. So that's the benefit. So we help those businesses who can't be helped by traditional means, but we have to be able to tell that story and the picture, and embracing the pleasure and the pain of all of those parties involved. So what gap are we filling? So in our situation, there's actually two sides to the gap. There's the business owner and there's the business banker. Okay, so this is unique to our business. Your business might be a little different. Your business might be, you have to understand the pain of, on a holiday morning, not being able to flush the toilet and you have family over. So if you can identify that pain and you know what that feels like, and that pain resonates, and you can fix that, someone will do business with you. Do you understand? You understand what I'm saying? So that's how it works. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're speaking to a pain, or you're speaking to a pleasure, right? Okay. So there's in our marketing, when we are filling the gap, we're speaking to business owners. We're also speaking to business bankers. Okay, so on the business owner side, there's a pain now. So you walk into your bank and you sit there, you fill out all of this paperwork. A lot of times you're providing tax returns, you're providing a whole lot of information. Sometimes you're only providing one piece of information. Okay, so for some, they get all the way to the end of the process to find out the bank can't help them for some reason. For others, they start at the beginning. So it's just at the application process and it stops at credit, or it stops at time in business, or it stops at time in which the funds are needed, and it stops there. So that is a feeling, identifying that feeling of pain. Okay, identifying that feeling of pain. So the business owner is feeling that pain. What they are not getting is the pleasure of being able to move forward and grow their business, move forward and maybe fill a contract that they just won. It's that pain. So we need to be able to speak to that pain. So we make sure we understand what that's like. So have you spent hours collecting documents, hours uploading documents, hours sometimes putting together documents, just to find out you've been turned down for the loan you need to really grow your business? That resonates. That resonates. And we all have something like that. We all can do that with our target market. We can all do that as we are filling the gap. We can all do that, and we all should do that, as opposed to, hey, business owner, I fund businesses like yours. So what? So what? So do you see what I mean? See how I did that? So what? Who cares? Who cares is a real question. So when I'm sitting down with business owners and they're giving me their pitch, and I say, who cares? What a lot of people hear is, who cares? Oh my God, you don't care. You don't care about what. No. Tell me who cares. If you can answer that question, tell me who cares. So we help businesses get funding when traditional bank financing is unavailable. Who cares? Businesses that just got turned down from their bank. Oh, that's right. That's who cares. Get it? That's that's who cares. Now, there's a secondary pain here, and that's the pain that the business banker might feel. I really hate, hey, business bankers, do you hate telling your business client no when they're turned down for your business loan? Does it just make you feel sick to your stomach to have to tell a business owner no because they're not going to be able to grow their business the way they thought they were going to be able to? Well, do I have a deal for no, but do I have a solution, right? I have a solution for that pain. It's the same thing, but the different side of the coin. Make sense? Makes sense. It's just a different side of the coin. So if you can make it a point to identify these people, identify them, speak their language, pain, speak to their pain, speak to their pleasure, and lastly, a CTA, a call to action. So now that you've said this, now that you've identified it, now that you've come to them with this gap-filling proposition, what is the next step? Make it easy for them to do business with you. Make it easy for them to find out more about you so that they can move forward. And you can, whether it's moving forward to absolute close or moving forward in the sales process, in the relationship building process, either way. So when we come back, we are going to be in segment 4, and we're going to do this for your network. We'll see you on the other side. Savvy. All right. That was a good set. And we're going to wrap up with, wow. Hey, the peanut gallery there. Let's see. Block Sonia Holtz. Okay, that's done. All right, so in segment 4, we are going to identify and fill the gaps in your network. So this is a little bit of, this is like extra credit right here, because what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to do this for other people. So, and that's what this commercial is about, actually, the no rejection connection. So you can.
Something for you. It's a free video and a free script on how to connect anyone to anyone, anywhere, for any reason, without the fear of rejection. That's right. You never feel rejected ever again, because that's the biggest hurdle. So
during when we're here, you don't have the benefit of hearing the commercials. So this is one of my commercials playing. So it's the NoRejectionConnection.com.
Is your CRM making your business grow? When surveyed, about 90% of business leaders admit that their CRM isn't. The most common cause for that.
So I just put that in the chat, the NoRejectionConnection.com. I can type. It's just that I did that with one hand just because it was a little bit easier. So that's all. Okay, we're having a good show. Don't forget, it's my birthday. And we're going to wrap up. We're going to go live in a minute. And we'll take it home. It's that simple.
What if you build a system that surfaces existing data so that you know and remember all about your customers and never forget and disappoint another? That's what Salesforce does today. It pulls in all the data buried in your emails, email signatures, calendar, phone,
all right,
data,
30 seconds.
Email and web tracking, and offers it to you in an easy way so you and your CRM
30 seconds to live. 30 seconds to live.
Head to salesforce.com.
All right, here we go.
Trial.
Welcome back to No Nonsense Market Domination. I am David Wilson, Business Savage. Welcome to IBGR.Network, Profit Radio. Come grow with us no matter what stage you are in your business, whether it's pre-revenue startup, growth, hockey stick growth, or you're ready to sell it and retire. We are here to help. We have resources for you to make the most of your business experience. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us here today. And I'm very thankful to have you with us. Very thankful to be celebrating. For those of you who don't know or who can't tell by the sundae with the cherry on it, with the candle in it that's hanging from my sign, that today is my birthday. And because I've said it probably about 64 times during the show, but I appreciate you being here with me on my birthday. So thank you very much, and thank you to IBGR. Again, we are being broadcast all over the world in 80% of the countries in the world, which is incredible. And it's just going to be more. Pretty soon, we're going to be in 100% of the countries all over the world, and I can't wait to be a part of that. And you're a part of it too. You're here with us too. So when we win, you win. When you win, we win. Did I say that right? Yeah. When we win, you win. When you win, we win. Awesome. Thank you. All right, let's wrap it up in segment 4. So I told you. Or I'm sorry, we learned, right? We learned, because I didn't do it. We learned in segment 3 how to fill your gap. So filling your gap, understanding what benefit you're providing to your end user, to your market, to your target market, to your target referral source. It could also be. Now watch this. This is like incredible magic here, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this for your network. See, so if we can do this for ourselves, why can't we do this for other people? You might be asking, Savvy, why would I want to help other people? Well, wait a second. We shouldn't be asking ourselves that, right? Because remember, the two things that we keep in the front of our minds all the time: give, and I'm just trying to help. Give, and I'm just trying to help. So if we're doing that, we're doing that anyway. And the misconception is, when we're doing that for our end user prospects, our end user pre-prospects, our end user clients, that we are helping ourselves. Well, kind of course, because helping our clients helps us pay bills and put like rims on Dodge Chargers and stuff like that. But we're still helping others. We're helping, and the big picture here, ladies and gentlemen, the big picture here is, and here's the fact of the matter. You got your Amazon, you got your Google, you got your whatever, big massive company you want to, and don't write me if you are like fans of these don't, because I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to look at your note, okay? But it's the small business. It's the small businesses, not just in this country, but all around the world, that keep this thing moving. that keep the whole world economy moving. So don't forget that you're part of something very important. So when we help our clients and when we do what I'm about to show you, right? When we help other people get what they want, my man Zig Ziglar, if you help, you will always get what you want if you help enough people get what they want. Simple. So here's how to help enough people get what they want. Some years ago, about a year, I launched. It's not been a year. Steve, how long has it been? Yeah, not quite a year. Launched, and this is my second networking product. Digital product. I was told to say that. A digital product. It's called the No Rejection Connection. You can find it, put in the chat. It's the NoRejectionConnection.com. The NoRejectionConnection.com. It shows you how to connect anyone to anyone, anywhere, for any reason, without the fear of rejection. How to connect anyone to anyone, anywhere, for any reason, without the fear of rejection. The first part of that program, I show you how to connect yourself to, well, how to connect people in your network to anyone, right? So someone in your network wants to meet someone, and you, by understanding what that person in your network wants, what gap they're trying to fill, you now become the conduit, the connector between your colleague and this other person. When you connect those two people, you're helping two people get a benefit. You're helping two people get what they need and get what they want. That's all we're talking about here, with the No Rejection Connection. And if you can help, imagine the feeling. So we talk about feelings, we talk about mindset shifts. Imagine once we shift our minds to just helping every day. Helping people every day, whether it's the people who need our services, who may benefit from our services, our products, or helping other people fill a room with people who need to hear their message that can help them achieve a goal. What more is it than that? Right? What more is it than that? So I think, let's see. So here are some takeaways from helping your network. So just a backstory with the No Rejection Connection. No Rejection Connection is based on. So I also wrote a networking book. I Hate Networking Events. I Hate Networking Events is the blueprint for what to do before, during, and after your next networking event. It was kind of written like before COVID, so, but it still applies. So it's very relevant to in-person networking, but it's also very relevant to digital networking. And you can use it. You can use it for either one. So that book I wrote was based on my 20 years of networking, connecting experience. The No Rejection Connection, what I discovered was the way I was doing what I was doing. And I just put it into words. It's actually a script. It's a script. And I give you the script for free. You can get it for free if you go to thenorejectionconnection.com. You watch the video and you get the script for free. Then, hopefully you'll spend a lot of money afterwards to move on in the program, and that can help you connect yourself to anybody for any reason without the fear of rejection. So that's the whole idea. That's called a funnel, right? So that's called, we got to keep it light. So that's called a funnel. But that script is what I discovered really made a difference in helping me, and believe this or not, helping me fill more gaps for people in my business. So wait a second. Now, Savvy, you mean to tell me that helping other people fill their gaps helped you fill more gaps in your business? And I say, absolutely. Absolutely. Because all we're talking about here is vibration. We're talking about vibration. Imagine if everybody were helping everybody else get what they want. Instead, not even focusing on themselves at all. If everybody were helping everybody else get what they want, how much better off we would be. How much better off we would be. And that's what this is about. So the last piece I want to give to you is help pick one person. Here's the takeaway. Pick one person. What's today? Wednesday, February 10th is today's date. I think there's some kind of significance to that. But pick one person today and work on them for the next 5 business days and help them get what they want. Help them find people whose gaps they can fill and see what happens to your business. And make sure you let me know how that impacts your business and how it impacts theirs. Because that's the whole theme of this season. Network like a savage. That's how you network like a savage, ladies and gentlemen. David Wilson, the Business Savage. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you all. Have a great savvy day. See you next time. All right. Excellent. Thank you, everyone. That was a good. That was a good show. That felt good. Let's take a look at. All right. Great comments. Awesome. Thank you, Annette, for your comment there. Wow, I thought I blocked her, but obviously I didn't. That's cool, no problem. But I appreciate you all being on with me. I think that was a good show. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for being here. So let me go ahead and disconnect from the radio portion where we accidentally go live. It's never happened, but before we accidentally go live on the radio. Imagine that. That would be a trip, right? But thank you. Next week's show, I really don't know what the title of it is, but if you keep your eyes open on, there is a title. So it's not like I come on here and wing it every week. I don't. But there's a title, and just look for the event on Facebook. Look for the event so you can like it. You can follow it, and you can click the star. Especially if you're on Facebook, you can click the star, and it'll remind you automatically. Facebook will remind you automatically when we go live. Or you can go to IBGR.Network and listen live on the radio. All right, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for hanging out with me for about an hour and some change on No Nonsense Market Domination Radio Show here with David Wilson, the Business Savage. We will see you next week. Stay strong, stay safe, and remain socially distant. And I will see you 3 p.m. Eastern Time next week here on Facebook, here on YouTube, here on Twitter, and on IBGR.com. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time.